PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready!
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Seven Pirates. Go.
McNabb. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's McNabb. And Olsen over the middle. And he is going to have a Texans first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Panther 11.
2nd down, McNabb. A check down here to Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Jones. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
On is the punter Long here as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Set. 20. Great. Gun. Great. 8. Gun. 8.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TV.
Well, a pick six on the first play of the drive, and Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead, they have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Off play action. Newton. Throws right side, and that's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Gun. 20.
Play action. It's Newton. They'll get this off to Taylor. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A gain of 37.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
They'll run here with Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
18, Pioneer. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
To throw, McNabb. Buying time to his left. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after one.
Here we go, here we go.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. McNabb to throw. Oh, he bowls over it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
To throw on 2nd, McNabb. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now it's McNabb.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Slot man moves right.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A shotgun snap for Newton. That's complete to Sharp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27.
20.
Newton now to throw.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Newton. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one, and another first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? He brings a little funk with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They run once more with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Colts have moved out in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Now following the interception, here's Newton.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
20. Here we go.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
8.
Back to Taylor on first down.
Shifts free at the 15. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Again, it's Taylor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Newton. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
They'll throw now on the final play. He finds his man complete. It's Owens. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Newton.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's McNabb. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The extra point up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
So throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line.
A give for Taylor running right side. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
20.
From the 27, Newton. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Cut 19.
Now a 1st down throw, McNabb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
18 Rattler.
McNabb. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the 1st.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 1st and 10, McNabb. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
79 Broncos.
Now McNabb. And this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Amari Barno.
20. 10. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So this now, I mean, we may be looking at a debut for the ages, a 4-touchdown game in your first ever game in the NFL. Charles, where do you go from there?
Well, I know in your mind, as a player, you think, well, if I got 4 in this one, I'll get 5 in the next one. But you have to understand it's the NFL. Be realistic. Just continue to improve your craft and really enjoy this debut.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Okay, break.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Go.
Back to throw here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Let's go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, McNabb. Flushed out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
18, pioneer. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
On 1st down, it's McNabb. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's McNabb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Colts are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
8, 20. Ready? Gun.
Newton to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Set. 8. Gun. 20. Great.
They snap it to Newton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
On the jump.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
70. Dragon 60.
McNabb to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So the completion gets them just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Come on. Hey. Broncos.
To throw, McNabb. And now here is another interception. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Gun. 8. Gun. 8.
Here's Newton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The Browns, they've scored again, extending their lead. A win would be their first of the young season. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens.
Drop 60.
Now it's McNabb. This one swung out here to Jones. He's got room at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. And this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. Newton's going to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it.